Right, something I've been wanting to do is to get working on this banner that we've got at the top here. So what I'm going to do, as you see we've got cloth enabled at the moment, is go to my UVW map. Just wait for 3ds Max to identify what I'm doing. Here we are, UVW map. And obviously it's planar, as you see it's picked that up straight away. Then we can go to my edit UVW. Here we are, unwrap UVW. And if we just select everything basically on here and click edit, you'll see it's pretty much ready to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is render my UVW template, and you can have whatever size you fancy. I think 1024 by 1024 should be ideal, but you can have 2048 if you really want. There we go, and just render that UVW template. There you go. And there you can see it in all its incredibly clunky glory. Okay, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to save it into my Dreadnought project file, and let's put it into a new folder that we're going to call, I don't know, mapping images. Okay, and I'm going to call it untextured banner in JPEG format, like so. Okay, next I need to open Photoshop. Now whilst Photoshop is opening, I'm going to close my render map, and this, and this, and that, and press F4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my material editor, just pick myself an empty slot that's not being used. This one will do. Inside here, I'm just going to make this just a ray trace material will do. There we are. Oh, I see what you've done there. Silly thing. Hang on a second then. I'll just drag over this one. Right, so this is going to be our banner, and I'm going to make it a ray trace. And then in the diffuse, I'm going to choose a bitmap, and here it is here, my untextured banner. Click and drag it across, and show it, and there you can see it there. Okay, now I'm going to dash across into Photoshop and open my image, which will be in here, and there we go there. Okay, first thing I want to do then is basically work out which parts I need to remove, and I can do that using my magic tool here. There we go. Just giving it a red background because everyone loves red backgrounds. So pretty. Actually, I'll change the tolerance on my magic wand. At the moment it's at 7. I'm going to change that to about 15. That'll give me a slightly cleaner edge, and you'll notice I've got this selected here, which is Add to Selection. And rather than that, I'll have white. There we are. Should do. Now Control I. Oops. Control Z. Shift Control I. That inverts everything here like this. Now what I'm going to do is just hit delete again, and now we've got this mask, and then I can do a fill like that. Okay, so what are we going to have on here? Well, we need to find some cool images, and in my case I've got to be careful of the kind of images I can use. Now this is the kind of thing you're looking for when you want this kind of banner, if you just check it out, yeah? This is a colliery banner used in marches and in general kind of festivals to do with collieries in England. But this is kind of the thing that we're looking for. Note the blue kind of surround, red interior, and then stuff on the inside there. So let's make the blue surround first. So layer, select, modify, and let's contract it. And I'm going to contract it by about 50 pixels, see how that looks. Okay, not bad. Now I can paint on the other side of that in a minute. Let's have a look down here though, because this part looks a little bit meh. Selection tool. Let's just deselect that part. It allows us to straighten this bit out. Same here. Okay, that's fine. Now Control-Shift-I to select everything else, and I'm going to apply a fill of red. Okay, that's fine. Now if we look at our image again, on the inside it's red, on the outside it's blue, so let's change that over because I like blue. Inside this we can have blue, like that. What a lovely gaudy looking banner that is so far. Now, what we could do in the inside of this is have 3D Palace, so let's add the 3D Palace logo. Now there's the 3D Palace logo there, so Control A, Control C, and I'm just going to drag it across into here. As we can see, it's a little bit big so far, but that's okay, we can work on that. I'll just reduce the size on this one. Take the width down to about, I don't know, 1800. Control A, Control C, Control V. There we are. You can also Control I to invert the colour there if you want really gaudy, by the way. Right, so there's the name of 3D Palace. And what can we put underneath that? Something 3D Palacey. Let's go and have a look at 3D Palace. Need some large 3D Palace images, don't we? Let's look at image search. Well, I found that. Just knocking around, so I'm just going to copy that and stick that on. Just because I feel like it. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to fade that into the background a lot. Change the opacity on it. What am I going to do next? Let's find another nice image I can use. I always quite liked these. Let's have a look at this full-sized image. Serenity, always nice. Copy image. I'll copy that over the top. Let's see. Image, rotate, and it goes clockwise, Control A, Control C. Yeah, that's fine. Go back here at my background. I'm going to strip this bit out. Let me see. And I'm going to bring this down to about here. So let's duplicate this layer. remove that part. Crank up the opacity a little bit. Not too much though. Drop this one down a little bit. There we are. 3D Palace. Lovely. Right, let's save this. And we can save it just as a JPEG. Okay, and collapse that down. There we go, that's better. There's camera 1. Right, and now as you can see, we have our proper deforming 3D Palace banner. Which was nice and simple to do. Like that.